really wanted the Lord to get me off my plateau. I felt like I wasn't growing spiritually, nothing happening. I wasn't seeing any vision, hearing any great voices, nothing was happening. I needed to get off my spiritual plateau. And I fasted for a whole week and nothing happened. Nothing. And I decided, well, if the Lord isn't going to talk to me, I might as well break my fast. So I got a glass full of orange juice and drank it. Blood rushed to my GI tract to give me some energy, and for the next hour I was weaker than while I was still fasting. So I went in, laid down on the bed while I was waiting for that to digest. Now, can you turn your mind off? Can you quit thinking?
No.
Your mind is always going. As long as you're awake, your mind is active.
My mind's a volcano.
So I'm laying there and I'm thinking about a multitude of things. And into my mind pops the picture that is in the visitor center on Temple Square here in Salt Lake of Christ praying in the Garden of Gethsemane. That picture popped into my mind, and I said, Lord, what really happened there? Now, I wasn't asking for a vision. I wasn't trying to have a spiritual manifestation. See, for a whole week, I was trying really hard to see a vision, to have something earth-shaking happen to me, to get me out of the rut that I was in. And basically, without realizing it, I was focused on the barrier that I couldn't break through. And what you think about, you create. So because I was trying to break through an invisible barrier, the barrier got bigger. But then when I just laid there, and I wasn't trying to get any great answer, it was just a very simple, Lord, what really happened there? And I wasn't demanding an answer or anything. It was just a very simple request, and that quick, I was out of my bed, standing in the Garden of Gethsemane, watching the Savior pray.
Wow.
And the thing that keeps us, and I'm no exception, I don't see a vision every day. I don't see angels and have wonderful spiritual experiences every day. I'd like to, but I don't, because I focus too much on the barrier.
Wow.
So the point is to not create barriers for ourselves. Just
You want to just open up.
And believe. Just have the faith that I know this will happen.
See, the Lord said, except you become as a little child, you cannot enter the kingdom of heaven. Well, what does he mean by becoming his little child? They don't have that barrier. They haven't been conditioned to worry about not being able to get an answer. They come to their mom or dad and they ask a question and they expect to get an answer.
it's true though.
Yeah.
I was talking to a woman the other day that is younger than I am, and she is really sick. She's had all these surgeries. She had a pain in her back, had surgeries, had a pain in her this, and had surgeries. She is a mess. And if I had have listened to doctors, I'd be in a wheelchair. I mean, I just knew that the Lord and I could do anything. And so I'm just grateful that I relied on the Lord. I wasn't supposed to have any children. every doctor would say, your back won't handle it, you can't have any more, so I just changed doctors. Because you and the Lord can do anything. If you have that faith. When I was in my 40s, the doctor said, I've never seen a back so bad and you still walking, you'd better get a wheelchair. I don't do that. See, I was thrown from an automobile and my neck and back was broken.
Oh, wow. How old are you?
I was 23. And I'm just grateful that the Lord is my partner.
Wow.
Have the Lord your best friend.
That was back in the days before the seat belts. And the driver was showing off and he made a turn that was sharper than a right angle, going so fast that the car literally came up on two wheels and kind of teetered there and then came down onto all four wheels again, so it didn't roll over. But it actually tipped to the point that it was on two wheels for a little bit going around that turn. Now, you know that that's pretty serious when that happens. And Gwenna and her brother were thrown against the door. They're in the back seat where they were riding. The door flew open and they both of them landed out of the street at 40 miles an hour.
And
Wow.
everybody I know has had rods in their back and everything. Just don't do surgeries. Just don't go to doctors. Go to the Lord. He'll guide you. If you have a broken bone, that's another thing. But for your health, you know, the Lord will tell you what to take and what to do.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.